Yesterday, in the courtroom, something shifted the moment she walked in. Capricorn Clark, a woman most had never heard of, until now. But within hours, she became the one who tore down the silence. She wasn't just another witness, she was the insider who saw everything. And yesterday, she spoke, calm at first, but as the words poured out, they burned. She started with her story. Capricorn met Diddy in New York in the early 2000s. At first, they were friends. Nothing romantic, just mutual respect. She'd worked with Def Jam, then Death Row. A headhunter told her she'd be perfect as Sean Combs' assistant. She accepted, and her life flipped. On her very first day, Diddy took her to Central Park. At night, with him was a large man she called Uncle Paulie. There in the dark, Diddy said, "Since you worked with Suge Knight, if anything ever goes wrong, I might have to kill you." He wasn't joking. His eyes made that clear. It was a warning, a threat cloaked as a test. From there, it spiraled. She saw a world built on fear, controlled by silence, men like Paulie, Ruben, and D-Rock always nearby. No one asked questions. Then a piece of jewelry went missing, something she'd borrowed. Diddy said nothing directly, but what followed was a nightmare. She was taken to a dusty, unfinished building on Broadway, locked in on the 6th floor. A folding table, a chain-smoking man, Paulie coming and going like a warden. She was told she'd take a lie detector test. If she failed, she'd be thrown into the East River. Wires were attached to her body, questions fired at her. The man said her results were unclear, so they might have to throw her in the river. This went on for 5 days. No phone, no way out, just survival. When they finally let her go, she wasn't asked for an explanation, just told to return to work. And she did, because running would make her look guilty, and because in Diddy's world, no one escapes. She described the daily grind, from the townhouse on 74th to Daddy's house studio. Up at dawn, home late at night. 4 hours of sleep if lucky. She once asked to be paid for overtime. Diddy ripped the paper in front of her. Then came Star Island. He told her, "You are not to leave this house." Pharrell Williams arrived, by boat. When Capricorn left briefly to return someone to Palm Island, Diddy called her furious. "Where the fuck are you? You think you get to have a life? You don't." Another time, she asked the chef if there was any turkey bacon. The chef snapped. Capricorn muttered, "I hate it here." The chef told Diddy. He pushed her, again and again. "If you hate it, get the fuck out." But she stayed, because fear had become loyalty. She talked about the hotels, weekly stays with Kim Porter, just like he later did with Cassie. The same hotels, Intercontinental in Atlanta, Beverly Hills Hotel in LA, always using fake names, Frank Black, Frank White. Cassie was Jackie Starr, and always the same bag, a small camera, baby oil, lube, the same ritual, again and again. Capricorn didn't say whether Kim participated willingly, but it was clear these freak-offs didn't start with Cassie. They were already a pattern. Then the drugs, ecstasy, Molly, sometimes delivered. Sometimes she had to fetch them. In France, he asked her to get cocaine. She refused. Her mother had died from an overdose. She wouldn't go down that road. Diddy even used her name to get prescription meds. She carried the pills in her bag to avoid questions from security. And then came Kid Cudi. Cassie was seeing him in secret. Diddy found out. Around 5:30 a.m. one morning, he showed up at Capricorn's apartment, sweating, furious, disheveled, a torn shirt, holding a gun. "Why didn't you tell me? Who's Scott?" he shouted. "We're gonna kill that motherfucker." He forced her to get dressed. Ruben was already in the car. Diddy sat beside her, the gun on his lap. They drove to Cootie's house in the Hollywood Hills. Capricorn changed Cassie's name in her phone to Stormy, just in case. She called Cassie, warning her, "He's here. Where are you?" When Diddy came out of the house, his face said it all. He grabbed Capricorn's phone, redialed the last number. Cassie. "That's her," he said coldly. "That's that bitch." They passed police on the way back, but didn't stop. He told Capricorn, "Call Cassie. Tell her I've got you. She's not leaving." She obeyed. Cassie answered calmly, "Okay, come get me." But Capricorn knew the fear behind the calm. Diddy made her go with Cassie to talk to Kid Cudi, to beg him not to go to the police. They told him everything, the gun, the threats, the danger, and begged for silence. Then came the breaking point. Diddy beat Cassie repeatedly, in front of Capricorn, in front of Ruben. She curled into a ball, silent. He kicked her until she rolled out into the street. Ruben didn't move. Capricorn begged him to help. "Tell your brother to stop." But he did nothing. Diddy turned to her. "If you jump in, I'll fucks you up too." Capricorn walked away, on foot, in tears. Before she turned the corner, she looked back. Cassie was still there, curled on the sidewalk, crying, alone. She called Cassie's mother. "He's beating your daughter. I can't call the cops, but you can." Later, Cassie emailed her. Diddy had threatened to release sex tapes, said he'd hurt her and Kid Cudi. Capricorn doesn't remember replying. When fire investigators called, because Cudi gave her name, she hung up. She wanted it all to end, but it didn't. Diddy threatened her 50 times. "I should kill you all," he said. "I should cut her face." She told Harve Pierre, president of Bad Boy Records. "He kidnapped me," she said. He shrugged. "That's crazy, but it'll be okay." 3 days later, she was fired. Officially, vacation filing issues, but she had submitted everything properly. She lost her job, her health insurance, her house, her car. Diddy told her, "You'll never work again. I'll destroy you until you kill yourself." In October 2012, she signed a settlement with him. The terms remain private, but in 2016, she tried to come back. Cassie had a new deal. Capricorn was desperate. She reached out. "You kidnapped me," she told him. "Give me my life back." Yesterday, as she told the court everything, she broke down. Her voice cracked. At times, she even praised him, said he broke barriers, that she learned a lot from him. "It's complicated," she said, but what she described wasn't complicated. It was a system built on silence, maintained through fear, a world where everyone knew, but no one dared speak. And yesterday, someone finally did. Capricorn Clark tore down the wall.